All right, today I want to share with you where you can find a bunch more hot buyers for your marketing, for your products, for your services. And I will say out of the gate that this is a very attractive thing to most businesses. Like, I don't want to, I don't want to spend a bunch of money to get new customers. I just want the ones that are like ready to buy, that are ready to spend the money, and I don't have to spend a bunch of money on advertising to get my product services in front of them. And if I can only like get in front of those people, then that's great. Like I'll grow my business by selling to those people. And the truth is, like in any market, a lot of times when you launch a new business, there are some of those people who are like the early adopters, and they are just ready to buy. They're ready to buy your products, your services, whatever it is that you offer, because they are early adopters and they jump all over everything. And so early on out of the gates, like it can be easy to find those hot buyers. And so you put a new offer in front of them that sounds pretty good, and you're going to make some sales. And it always feels great. It always feels great. And then your business starts to mature a little bit, and you realize like those people have moved on to the next new thing. And yeah, there's still some hot buyers coming into the audience, but like they've become harder and harder, and so you're spending more and more to get them. And so the challenge then becomes like, where do you find new hot buyers? And the answer is you have to make them. You have to make them. So in order for someone to get to that hot buyer status, they actually have to like get all the way up to the point where they are ready to buy a solution, right? And that is always a small sliver of the marketplace that's like ready to buy a solution, ready to buy the new solution, right? But there is a much broader segment of a market. And here I define a market as a group of people who have an interest in solving a specific problem. And so your product, your service, it solves a problem. And that's the marketplace. Well, inside that marketplace, like I said, there's a small sliver of people who are ready to buy a solution. And so they're looking for a solution, like they got money in hand, they're ready to buy a solution. And those are always hot buyers, but it's always like a very small segment of the marketplace. Now, there is a bigger segment of the marketplace who's kind of, who is solution aware. Like they're aware that there is a solution out there, but they're not necessarily aware of who you are, and they're not necessarily ready for a deal. And so if you can back up from that, what you will find is warm leads. So let's say there's a segment of people who are looking for a solution to building a marketing funnel, or they're looking for a solution to launching Facebook ads, or they're looking for a solution to maintaining healthy weight or losing weight, or they're looking for a solution to this, that, or the other thing. Like they're out there looking for a solution. And so things like Google ads, where people are actually searching, and where you find like search intent in other advertising platforms, those are great places where you find that, because people are out actively looking for that. And it actually takes less time to warm them up from warm to hot, and to take them from like this warm prospect to a hot buyer. And so you typically want to start your advertising, start your offers to like the people who are aware of you, and they're ready for a deal. They're ready for whatever you're going to put out next, or they're the early adopters in a market. Those are like the hot buyers, right? So you focus on them out of the gate. But then you very quickly need to say, okay, so there's those people who were basically ready to buy. And now I need to look for the people who are looking for the right solution. They're aware that a solution exists to the problem, and they're looking for the right solution. And I need to show them how my product or service is the right solution. And so you're making hot buyers by targeting warm prospects and warming them up further to the level of hot. So they're solution aware. They're warm. They're not hot yet, but by targeting those, you get more and more hot buyers for your offer. And so a lot of time, what you'll do here is you'll do like a search campaign, or different campaigns that are focused on very specific targeted audiences, where you can bring them into your fold, introduce them to you, and then start making offers fairly quickly. So you still are not able to scale and really grow a business by just focusing on the warm. But what you're going to be able to do is you're going to build lists. You're going to build lists that are your email lists. You're going to build lists that are retargeting lists. You're going to build lists of people who raised their hand and said, I'm interested in learning about this. You're going to build lists for these different categories, and you are going to be able to then point them towards your offers. As you warm them up, they will turn into hot buyers from being warm. But still, you haven't reached the point where you're able to really fill your business with hot buyers. What you're really doing is you're still reactive to the market, like somebody's out looking for a solution to a problem, and you put it in front of them. But what really kind of opens up the world for you, what really opens up markets for you, is where you move beyond that solution-aware audience, which is still like a smaller segment of the audience. And you move to people who are problem aware or not even quite yet aware that they have the problem. And by that, I mean, like if your product solves, well, let's say Facebook advertising as an example. So somebody that's solution aware is looking for, like, I need help with Facebook advertising. Somebody that is problem aware is, I need help bringing customers in the door for my business, right? And so the customer in the door for my business is, hey, I know I need more customers, right? But I don't necessarily look to Facebook as like, I don't know that that's my solution. And Facebook doesn't have to be the solution. It's just the solution in this example. So they are at this place where they're like, I need to grow a business. Well, that's a much bigger audience than the people who are actively looking for help with Facebook advertising, right? And so the more you can zoom out, and the less awareness that you have to rely on the prospect already having before they start engaging with you, the better your advertising will scale, the better your marketing will scale, and the more hot buyers you will be able to generate. The challenge is that you need to figure out in your messaging how you are able to connect with someone on that level of, hey, I don't know that I need XYZ product, right? All that I know is that I have a problem, a challenge, a outcome that I want, a desire that's unfulfilled. I have this awareness, or I have this like nagging sensation. I have the symptoms of the problem, and I don't even exactly understand what the problem is. How do you connect with me in that state of unawareness, that state of maybe being problem aware, and bring me into the fold and educate me, make me aware that, okay, this is what your problem is. This is what you need to look for in terms of a solution. Here are the specific buying criteria that you need to consider in developing a solution to this problem. Here's what I do and how my product or service actually meets this, meets that buying criteria. And then here's a deal for you to get started. Here's what it takes to get started. And so those people who are only aware of the problem, or unaware, except for they have some developing symptoms, you connect with them while they are still cold. And then you have to walk them through the process of warming up, becoming aware of, the fact that a solution exists and that your solution is an ideal solution, and then make them an offer. And, the world's best marketers, the world's best copywriters, the world's best persuaders are actually paid big money. This is why my project fees are so high, working with clients, and why my schedule has been full for years. The world's best marketers know how to connect with someone who is somewhat aware of the problem or the outcome that they want, not thinking about it right now, not actively searching for it. Do what's called interruptive marketing. Like it's maybe that's not the best term, but maybe it is the best term, where it actually comes in front of them. Like it shows up in their inbox at an unscheduled time. It shows up in their Facebook feed at a time where they're not looking for it. It shows up on an ad on the internet somewhere when they're not actually actively looking for that. And it captures their attention and it brings them in, and it takes them through that awareness spectrum in one shot. Or there are a lot of marketers who don't rely on doing that in one shot, but instead, for example, build Facebook advertising accounts, not just campaigns, Facebook advertising accounts that spend a certain amount of money getting the attention of very cold traffic that's like mostly unaware, and spend more time putting relevant educational messages, education-based marketing, value-first marketing in front of these audiences. Once they have started to engage with the messaging that indicates that they have the problem or the challenge that they're facing, the desired outcome, warms them up through this education, and then starts to make offers once those people have shown that they're very active in engaging with the messages and probably interested in a solution, specifically your solution. Now that, of course, looks different for every business. And it doesn't just have to be Facebook advertising. You can mix paid advertising and retargeting, paid advertising to cold audiences, paid advertising to retarget, advertising on Facebook, YouTube, Google, everywhere that you can put it out there. And also your internal stuff, your email campaigns, any content that you're putting out to your list, that sort of thing. And the most effective marketers have either learned how to do this like with one shot, like a really, really, really good sales letter, a really good video sales letter, a really good landing page, a really good webinar campaign, a really good whatever the persuasive message is packaged as. Or find ways to develop these more sophisticated approaches that connect with people and pull them through and make the sales that way. And so you want more hot buyers? Okay, start off by targeting the hyper responders in your business, but then figure out ways that you can reach out and you can help people become aware of your solution and make them prefer your solution and offer them a deal. Develop relationships with warm buyers. And then once you've laid that foundation, find ways to reach out to cold audiences. Now, it typically doesn't work the other way because all of that other stuff makes the ROI on cold audiences work much better. And so you have to mix like cold to warm to hot, and your early ROI in targeting the hot buyers is going to support building out lower ROI campaigns to warm buyers and cold buyers. So I hope this has been clear. I hope it's been helpful. It is very much like a high level principles and strategies as opposed to like how you would implement this in your ad account in Facebook or in different platforms, but the principles apply across platforms, across media, and by understanding those principles first, you can be much more effective as you come up with a specific action plan for different platforms, different medias, for how you are going to implement this in your business, for your products, for your services, whatever it is that you do. My name is Roy Furr. This has been a video issue of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Tell me what you think. If you have questions, you can certainly leave those with this video in the comments. Also, make sure you click that like button if you found it valuable so that you'll get more content like this. Also, so the magical algorithms of the internet will share it with more people like you. And if you have somebody who you think would find it valuable, somebody on your team or a colleague or a friend, you can certainly share it with them directly and subscribe. If you're not yet following me here, you can do that. You can also go to breakthroughmarketingsecrets.com and get content on marketing, copywriting, business building, selling, advertising, direct response, and more, delivered Monday through Friday. Again, my name is Roy Furr. This is a video issue of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Thanks for watching. I hope you've gotten a ton of value, and I look forward to seeing you again in your next video issue. I'll see you soon. Bye.